date Anton while he was gone in Arizona. Okay. Hello. Good morning. It's Sunday. Mom's birthday day. They just turned 78. I need to contact the Internal Affairs Division, and this one is the Internal Affairs Division and responsibility for conduct. I don't know why it said tribal. Oh, law enforcement personnel and tribal law enforcement personnel in Indian country. That's that. Same address. Because they have not given me my money, they have disconnected me. They're still talking shit on my daughter's Facebook, I think. Blue crown on it. They are indeed talking out of my mouth, sir. And I am the anomaly, so irregardless if you guys want to believe me or not, that is not the fucking point. The point here is that it's true. I've never heard another human being on the planet in my life. I did not know Amanda Tessie had felonies, or that she was a paid informer, or Anthony Ciez was a narc for sure, or Katrina Hayward, or I don't think Anton is, or Jubal, whatever his last name isn't. Or who else? LaShawn Clumpett. Like, I didn't know these people had even been in trouble before because I wasn't good enough friends with them. And that was over 3 years ago when I hung out with them back when I used to do drugs. I moved in Portland. BIA underscore, I think. Blue. BIU at BIA.gov. And so when I'm writing them, the judges and stuff, because the people are talking out of my mouth saying there's big ass reports being made up here on line 1 that may or may not have went to the ground, and that was why I couldn't get my money. Because I'm trying to sue someone, but I'm not sure who, because I've never been in trouble before. Yes, they talk out of their mouth. It's not schizophrenia at all. It's multiple profile disorder from the DA's office, apparently, or something. Yeah, but they can read my mind, and I know for a fact they can, because every time I say anything like, I'm just not gonna wash my hands right now, they're all, wash your fucking hands, dirty bitch. Like, they're so fucking mean to me, it's not even funny. Or like I can't explain it to you. And then there's the see-through, like, subliminal messaging. So this one is in tribal. My daughter is tribal. Her father is more than half Navajo. And what you've done to my family is not just illegal in the state, federal laws, it is against our religion. I would never be doing pornography up here. I never said it's okay to steal life force from children. I never said it's okay to talk crap on people's Facebook. Yeah, because Sal Cortez is half Navajo, so that means Soraya Cortez, Cavalier Cortez, is a quarter, or a little over. And my mom, Carol Browning, has a little bit of Native in her too, but I don't know which one. It's not enough to count. Because so the 3 years I've been going through this, and I've contacted everyone. I've contacted Internal Affairs, the FTC, for them stealing my identity up here. I've contacted the FBI on the phone. I've contacted the Cyber Infrastructure Security Infrastructure Security Agency. I've contacted Internal Affairs, if I didn't say that already, Portland, I think I stay. I've contacted the IC3 company, which is basically the FBI for the internet complaint forms. I've contacted Interpol, which is the IC9 people in Oregon, Washington, not Arizona, London, because I was dealing with somebody named London up here. And now I'm dealing with this red passport lady from Sweden up here in my head. Somebody in Japan up here lost their kids because of what's going on up here. And I don't even know if it's because it looked like she was doing drugs or because it looked like she was doing pornography or what. Yeah, because they don't even believe that there's an alternate universe where people can do that. That's what I mean. So if you come down here, you have to get your brainstem split, I guess. If you come down here and sit in my body with the dual ISTEM codes, you can see what they write on my wall. Like, it's hard to explain, but they show pictures, sort of. Like, that's a picture of a boob job with a training bra. Somebody's using a training bra age child, that has a boob job up here for life force, I think. Or there's a big boob person stuck in a child's body. Somehow, brainstems, yeah. There's a white owl. She said, "P.S. girl," but they're clues for the game, but I can't. She's not guilty. This one, loyalist, called money symbol. Um, yeah, I'm not schizophrenic at all. Like, whatever made them say I was schizophrenic, I don't know if it's just because they were screaming out of my mouth to shut it off, shut it off, shut it off, but what we have to remember here for Tiffany is that no one had ever told Tiffany she had vitiligo before, except us. And we told her in her head, up here, that somebody up here listed Tiffany as somebody who threw a gun away, making her an accessory to either a robbery or a murder or a homicide or something like that. That's why she was scared. That's why she kept calling, because they kept saying, long story short, I downloaded a tool into my brain, or asked them to download a tool into my brain where I can scan my freaking picture so that it would pull my picture up here and they can wear it as a body or use it in a picture or whatever, in court. So they would stand in my body with my body on, talking to a judge, saying, "I solemnly swear I do not think this person killed anyone or robbed anyone or whatever. Like, I'm just vouching for them because they listed me as someone who threw a gun away. And I didn't throw a gun away. I've never hurt anyone. And so that's what happened. And then at the end of the day, they turn around and say, "Oh, well, you stuck up for him. You were supposed to turn him in. So now you're the killer. You're the robber. You're the murderer. You're this. You're that." To me. And they scared me to death and made me talk to the same piece of shit, Anthony Ciaz, who had moved to Arizona, scared me in my chest, in my brain, that I was going to go to jail if I didn't go see him for some reason. So I had to call him, and I missed the flight. Like, I didn't want to go, and I waited till the last minute. And anyways, it's just excellences, but that's that portion of measurement. You're right. So I'm in the ambulance, and the lady says, "Vitiligo, schizophrenia." I'm all, and then I really started to get, because that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, they came here, the cops came here first. My mom called 911 because I was screaming. These women were screaming out of my head, "Shut it off, shut it off, shut it off." And my hair was burning, and I was watching my hair. I could see my hair go zoop, sizzling up, like going like this, right? And I don't know if it's because they were gaslit up here or what it was, but anyways. And my skin was burning on my face, and they said that her hair was on fire, but that's not necessarily it, because it's going through a translation system that's not from here, it's from China. But anyways, and I'm putting my hair underwater, and these women are the ones screaming, "Shut it off," because it was killing this little girl somewhere up here. And when you're up here, it feels real. So anyways, so when I get in, so they strapped me to a gurney. Like, the cops came here first. They asked Mom if I had any weapons for some reason. And I was like, "Oh, hell no. This cannot be happening. Like, there's no fucking way these people actually, really set me up like that. Like, why are the cops here?" She called 911. Every time my mom's ever called 911, the ambulance and the fire department showed up. No police showed up. You know how scared I was? Anyway, so they strapped me to a gurney. And I'm screaming to my mom, like, I am literally having a nervous breakdown. I'm freaking out. "Mommy, please don't let them take me. Please don't let them take me. I'm 44 years old. And they put me in the ambulance, and then she says, "Vitiligo, schizophrenia." And I was like, "Oh my God, see, I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's exactly why they strapped me to the gurney, because they said I threw a gun away." It's what I was thinking, because that's the only time I've ever heard vitiligo. Vitiligo is a term for what I have. I have an autoimmune disease that gives me spots on my body. How the fuck would she have known I had vitiligo? I had never even been diagnosed from a doctor with vitiligo or schizophrenia, ever, on the human being floor. Ever. And then they send me a black warden at the hospital, Tanika, Brown Montoya is black, who got arrested from the apartment, right? Supposedly for having a weapon there, is what she told me. And the guy that was there when I went back to get some of my stuff, he said he's the one that left the gun there. And he left it in a blanket wrapped up when he snuck out to walk his dog or whatever, and she got arrested for it. But anyways, like, I don't know, man. But anyway, they sent me this black warden lady, mean as fuck. And I'm sitting there. They gave me a sedative in the ambulance, and so I'm coming to right at the hospital, and she's all, "How old are you?" And I'm all 44. And she's all, "What's your phone number?" And I'm all, and I'm trying to remember what my mom's phone number is. And she's all, "You're 44 years old. You don't know your fucking phone number?" I mean, she didn't say fucking, but she was just being mean as fuck to me. And I'm sitting there ready to cry because once again, I'm realizing, oh my God, that's a fucking cop. Why is there a cop in the hospital talking mean to me, man? Like, what the fuck, dude? I've never been in trouble. Anthony C has made some stupid report card to Tanika's fucking parole officer, right, saying drugs and needles are being done in front of kids or whatever. There was no drugs and needles being done in front of kids. My daughter didn't live with me, and Tanika's daughters didn't live with her. And they're adults. They have kids of their own. Or were you guys listening through earphones, hearing the kid cry that had special needs? There was no fucking heroin addict sitting there passed the fuck out while this baby's crying over here with special needs in the Tanika's daughter Destiny department. He just said that to get her kicked out of my old apartment where I used to live, man. Because it had turned into a flop house. The Asians sold Kenneth Allen Apartments to a new owner, and they were kicking out all the floppers one by one and redoing the apartments and then selling them. So my apartment still had all of my stuff in it because I had moved out of there March 17th, 3 years ago, to get off drugs, get the fuck away from Anthony Cias, and get the fuck away from you up here in the paid informancy program or the NARC program or whatever the fuck it isn't up here in Portland/Arizona. So Anthony Cias moved to Arizona, Amy Young moved to Arizona, Katrina Hayward moved to Arizona, and LaShawn Plumpett was already in Arizona back then. That's 4 people that all played the game with the other douchebags in Portland. Whether it's a paid informant game or a NARC game or whatever it isn't. I didn't. Well, Amy Young didn't play, but anyways, like, dude, I've never been in trouble. Okay, so I don't know if this is the video I'm going to be making for these people or not, because this was supposed to be a to-do list, but anyways, yeah, so, all right, so yeah, I move across the bridge, and I have these people in my head, like, the good ones, so, like, when I was doing drugs over there, ow, chain adjustment left side, I'm so ranked in up here that it's not even funny. I'm not on drugs. So just so you know, FBI people and Interpol people and internal affairs people that are going to sit here and lie their asses off right now, there is a Tiffany up here. Okay, but she's got 6 teeth. 6 up here. And she weighs about 120 pounds. She does have vitiligo, and she is not schizophrenic. She can be train driven up here, just like I can be train driven on the ground because there's somebody in my body, one after the other, after the other, after the other. So we have a sidewinder. Okay? It's where you can cock your eyes back like this and send a message straight up here. Tiffany's not guilty. Yeah, that's Celeste. She's supposed to be my boss someday if I ever get a job. But anyway, I had to get on disability because I can't function like a normal human being because, well, they're talking out of my mouth. They encourage me to sit in front of the mirror so that they can look through my eyes and see each other. That's what I mean. Like yesterday I was sweating, right? And I put my hair in a side ponytail because they like to be able to see how long my hair is at all times because the other Tiffany also does not have hair as long as me, right? But I also just don't like how my hair looks back. I look like a boy. But so I put my hair in a side ponytail like this, and in my head I was like, I don't know, I think I said it kind of looks kiddish or something, right? And then this douchebag up here, he's like, why are you putting a ponytail on your side to look like a little girl? Like, he's literally saying this antagonistic shit into my motherfucking subconscious brain right here. Like, who the fuck are you and why the fuck are you in Washington State, bitch? Right? Right. So what I want to do, honestly, what I'm going to tell you the truth about is that, like, honestly, I want to go and I want to apply to be a paid informant, a confidential informer. No, I don't do drugs or sell them or know anybody who does anymore, but, and go through the training so I can figure out exactly how you guys listen to what people are saying. and then not do it. And then I'll have a friend in law enforcement who will be rich as fuck because of my company up here. Because it's not just in Washington and Oregon, it's Arizona and overseas in the military. All these people up here, they have billions of dollars, dude. I've copied $5 million into the law up here from the ground just by looking at it. Multiple warnings and ways in the Internal Affairs Division received something allegations that Tiffany Brooks Browning has never been in trouble and she's not guilty of shit. She was not the one saying I did anything, dude. I never once said I did shit. They were saying it on opposite day, or they were in my body up there train driving whoever's in my body to say it with 6 teeth. So maybe that's why they thought I was schizophrenic, because they're getting reports or they're hearing shit. Or maybe it was what was on my video when they're sitting in my body saying, that's not what that was. That's not what that was, okay? That's adulting on the ground. Her daughter was not, that was not happening to her teenager with that dude. Or whatever they're saying. And we can't even do that in Tiffany's body anymore because, well, we're sitting here proving to him that that's not real, right? Because they don't have brainstem split. They didn't have a drone send them 3 bodies from the feds district through her eyes and scan them in off TIFF, let alone get scanned again on by herself at her mom's when these people are still in her brainstems. And they didn't even realize that I had 3, not just 1. Because they're scanning this one, but telling me to lay down and not move either. And I did too feel the machine go up over me for a 3rd, 4th time. And it goes right here, either at my eyes or at my brainstem. Goes, like, you know, like the sound that a electricity, whatchamacallit makes up there. Are you going to cut my video short now? Who are you talking to? Myself? Why? Because I like it. Why are you talking shit about me, bitch? I'm a Christian. Like, I know I sound like kind of gangster or ghetto or whatever. That's just because I have different people talking out of my mouth. But, like, dude, I'm not on drugs, sir. That's not Tiffany on drugs. We'll sit here and be like, Tiffany Brooks Browning didn't hurt anyone, right? We'll sit here and be like, Tiffany Brooks Browning did not hurt anybody. She's never been in trouble. She's not doing that. She's not on drugs. And I'll be like, yes, she did. Yes, she is. She said she did this in here. No, a fake version of Tiffany said that because they're train driving her to get her money somewhere else. So they're trying to decimate my character, and they've been doing it for 3 years because they didn't want to get in trouble for sending me bodies from a drone, let alone pulling me up there through my eyes to give me a sidewinder, thinking I was that one that was already up here. Supposed to be turning people in, right? Named Katrina, with my name on, named Sarah. I don't even know Sarah's last name. She's a little klepto girl. She's like young, probably like what, 30 years old probably. She's got a pear-shaped body, big butt, small up top. She's very boppy hair, very ADHD. Anyway, like, none of those people were my real friends at all. They were all fake love friends, just like Mikey Allen said. You guys know Mikey Allen probably. Mike Allen told me, he's like, Tiffany, he's like, don't trust nobody around you. Like, this meth life is not for you, bro. Like, I mean, I love you, but I don't love you, you know? Like, I'll jack you the first second I get. Like, you're not dating me, then, you know, nobody cares. And even if you were dating me, I'd probably still steal your shit and jack your car and everything else. And that's exactly how everybody else is around you. You just don't see it. He's like, don't trust nobody. Don't trust nobody. They're all showing fake love. And I was like, thanks for telling me the truth, guy. Did you get robbed by him? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you're not allowed to punish him for that, so. With a weapon? Mm-hmm. Yep. Was it automatic? No. Semi. It was straight legal. You can buy it at the store. But the problem here is it was for somebody else's stuff. And you couldn't punish him anyway because I'm pretty sure the person's stuff he jacked was something different. It wasn't legal stuff that he stole, so anyway. He felt bad about it. He didn't want to do it, but he had somebody driving his train to do it. And then I hear him calling on the phone, and they're like, he's all, she's not giving it up, man. And they're all, well, it's jack her shit. Take everything she's got. He's all, she doesn't have nothing. So he gets smart, and he's like, all right. He's like, you either give it to me or I shoot him when he gets here. I'm like, oh, fuck. Fine, here you go. And he gave him the stuff. I mean, I've seen him a couple times since then, but anyway. No, he's dead. I heard he got shot, like, again with another 12 gauge, and his dick got shut off or something. But I don't know if that's truth. because I don't know anything that's true or not, because that's just what the people in my head tell me. The upper echelon. Anyway, I wish I could pause it because I have to pee, but I can't. I'm probably just going to cut my video short. It's 10:30, April 6th, 2025. Probably shouldn't have said all that about the pay informant thing. Oh, by the way, telling on people's against my religion, and I do have a son on the streets who's in trouble. And the last thing I want to do is ever be called a rat, narco-paid informant. Plus, it's against my religion. Plus, it's a conflict of interest. And how am I going to sit here and be like, hey, you better arrest that guy over there? I mean, unless I actually work for the internal affairs or whatever, then it's different. But on the human being floor, I'm saying, you better arrest that guy over there, but ignore my son. You know what I mean? But my son's only doing whatever he does because he doesn't have a place to live, because his mom doesn't have a place to live, because his mom's disabled because of us and can't work. I get $900 a month. What am I supposed to do with it? Like, I just got it. I literally took my family out to lunch. That's $100. I have like $200 in bills, plus I'm supposed to pay $400 in rent. And I get a vape pen every 3 or 4 days and like a bottle once a week. And that's all the money. Like, I can't survive on $900 a month. I told these people if they didn't pay me by the first of the year, they owe me $1,000 a day. Because they've ruined my life. I can't sleep with nobody, man. I can't have a boyfriend. I can't have a partner. I can't have nobody. I cannot sleep with no one on the human being floor, meaning I can't have a husband or a boyfriend, because when I sleep with somebody, we all sleep with somebody. Because if they're talking out of my mouth, they're sleeping with them too. And it's one after the other, and they can too see me, or he wouldn't be talking shit when I'm looking in my fucking mirror about my ponytail. I don't think they've actually let the real FBI know that, or else they would know who I was when I called. Because they just cleared your whatever thing, I think. We cleared my 25 IC3s and my 6 IC9 reports and my internal affairs report and my CIA report and my phone calls to the Secret Service and foreign nations, upper echelon reports, and the DEA reports and the police reports and the emails to the police and all the local judges and the Portland Police Bureau. They just cleared it all out. Something like that. See, there's a white owl next to the big boob job with the training bra on it again. So I'm at church, right? And these people are handcuffs. These people are, they're looking at my baby girl, right? She's 13 now and she's just beautiful, right? And they're like, wow, your daughter's beautiful. So is she. Because they can see my daughter and somebody else on my daughter's head, who's like an angel lady on one side. And I don't know if she has my back or not, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that backstabbed me in court. And they're my clean hair follicle test times 2. In what? January? See. Yeah, January. The thing here is, like, they've gang stalked me virtually on Facebook and stuff, like, and they are too up here. Okay, so my sister, right? My sister, Ima, right? So one of these people up here smokes Marlboro Reds. I don't smoke Marlboro Reds. If I smoke cigarettes, which is very rare, it is a Marlboro menthol, like Marlboro Smooths. That's the only ones I like. And this lady girl up here named Sarah, or whoever, it's not the setup bitch, a version of the FBI went a pay grade above them with Cynthia, Secret Service, they said. Hashtag Sarah set up Tiffany with virtual reality pictures in Porn Town of when I had more teeth in my face and I didn't have vitiligo yet. They were wearing my body, so to speak, or using my picture or whatever they weren't doing up here in Porn Town, trying to make somebody else jealous to win some bet or something. But anyway, Empress Division was for the people to not be connected to me doing drugs or porn, just so you know, because Celeste is the one who gave me the nickname Empress because of the ear, teeth, eye, skin people, knowing that they ruined my name for T-Bunny up here. Which, now that it's funny, because somebody called me T-Bunny because my name was T, my nickname was T, and I had this bunny suit on, like, not Playboy bunny, it was literally a costume of like a big rabbit, pink fluffy rabbit, that I was wearing back when I was homeless, because it was warm, like warmer than a snowsuit or whatever. And so they just called me T-Bunny. And now I look up T-Bunny and it's like Playboy bunny sorta, or something like that, which is weird, but I swear it wasn't that then. Anyway, they ruined it up here for T Bunny. And they were calling me and on my Facebook. The UE member sitting in my body, and he's all watch this. He's all open your picture, because my ex best friend was like, you need to stop talking shit on your Facebook like that. I'm all, I'm not talking shit on my Facebook. What are you talking about? But that's somebody else talking out of his mouth about what they're saying up here, right? But I didn't know that then. And he's all, open your picture. So I open my picture, and it's the one going like this, Illuminati money called, without evil in it, and or something like that. And it's like there's one comment on it, and all it says is I don't get it, right? And the other one says you're the pot or something. He unrolls it, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of comments on there, and it's all Tiffany and Katie, the deity sluts, and they're literally using my verbiage that I have written down in poetry and certain things, because deity group was supposed to be the people that gave me the sidewinder, because deity, it all comes from the movie Avatar. So the Tree of Souls in Avatar, where they have to hook up their tail to the tree, and it buries the souls, or they can connect with the souls or the big computer with all the information in it, and renews their life force and gives them the strength to jump on the big dragon or whatever. Okay, well, that's where that came from. Plus, my nickname was also Athena, which is a deity's daughter, the goddess of war and wisdom. Okay, so this is all kind of means nothing to the people I'm saying it to. There's 400 views of the freaking video where I'm bawling my eyes out at the end, telling this same story in a lot shorter version, where it used to be called Arms Dealer Turns Herself In, but then it changed to Mom accused of stuff she cannot prove and can't see her family or work because she doesn't have a car. I finally got a car. It's a piece of shit, though. It needs like $2,000 of work for it to be safe to drive all the way. It's going to cost $250 just to get my insurance going for full coverage, because I have to have full coverage on the ground and up here for them, because not all of them have a driver's license. And but I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but it is kind of the truth. But anyway, I really need it. Just scratch that part. I need it for me because I don't trust nobody. And it will cover it being stolen. But anyways, let's plug in here, whatever. I'm there because I can't stay on topic because they're all trying to say something different. So I'm sending a virtual message to the camera really quick. I'm not guilty of nothing. I already swore on the Bible to the FBI and to the DEA the crimes I committed. Yes, I sold guns. Did I do hand-to-hand combat? No, I had somebody else do it. It was Libby's husband, and he's dead now. And I'm pretty sure it's because he sold the guns. All right, that was to pay my first month's rent. Somebody gave them to me from their storage unit. I did not know that it was illegal to sell guns then. Unless they were stolen, but they looked them up. They were not stolen. So, that being said, yes, I sold drugs during COVID to pay my first month's rent and other rent too. Plus, I was an addict back then. And it wasn't heroin at all. I never did heroin. It was crank. But I'm not that person anymore. Got off drugs 3 years ago to be a better mom. Get the fuck away from you guys. I'm not guilty. She's not guilty. She's not guilty. He's not guilty. They're not guilty. This one's guilty. This one's guilty. That's not true. This one's guilty. And that one's not guilty. I have a computer controlling my eyes. I don't know what they're saying because I can't hear. You have to be within 3 people to talk subliminally to me unless you're me. It's a multiple profile disorder from the pain pharmacy program and the upper echelon. This is not schizophrenia. This is not multiple personality disorder. My personality does not fucking change. I don't sit here and turn into somebody fucking different in front of certain people or forget what I did in my past. I know exactly what I've done. It ain't shit punishable by law. It's just like, gosh dang it, why'd she have to do that in her past? She's not perfect like Rachel Maddow, Trini Schroyer, Lana Stone. Porn. I know exactly what it is, man. Because they'd be sitting here being like, because they're having sex out loud, and it goes through a facial recognition software. It goes through a chain of command, and a bunch of other stuff too. 3 years ago on Easter, Vigilante, which is one of the silencers up here, with Copenhagen, they literally came down here and were in my face, and I can tell it's them because it changes my voice code and changes my lips, right? And it's, you guys can't see it, and I wish I could send it to you, but they won't let me log into my old email Gmail. That's not true. She didn't do that. Anyways, they're sitting here on my video with me, right? And up here, you can look at my video and you can see him in my face talking out of my mouth, saying, we're all here fighting for her, but not at the same time. Stop killing me, evil bitch, because he was not the one doing porn. It was those ones. And they were doing porn off Tiffany's brainstems with kids attached. So these people are getting mad at Tiffany, thinking that she's doing pornography around children up here or somewhere else. When that wasn't even Tiffany doing that, she would never be sleeping with people that aren't her husband, let alone trying to get paid for it in an alternate universe. That was Amanda Tessie and Mikey Allen thing. They were the ones that knew about the porn shit somehow or another, whether they really, really knew about it on the ground or not. And LaShawn Clumpett, he's the one that called me a porn star / nose picker, and not like I'm sitting here, no, I'm eating it. No, either somebody did do that and is not talking about me and it was someone on my head, or it was literally me sitting in the car because I used to have Raynaud's disease and I would get this split here in the wintertime and I'd pick at it with tweezers for like a long time because it hurt really bad every time there was a scab on it. And I was never having sex out loud. Out loud means you're allowing them to watch you on the ground like you're a paid informant and have sex, looking like somebody else or yourself. Yeah, but I am starting not to believe in God anymore, or the FBI, to be honest with you, because you won't disconnect me. You won't disconnect me, and you won't give me my money, but yet I'm getting shit talk like, if I'm watching you do this right in front of me, comes down with force right through my face. I'm all, fuck you, bitch. No, you fucking ain't. That ain't me doing shit. That's Katrina. And she ain't doing what you said neither. They're acting like I can control this shit up here. I can't. I'm not her or him, man. They're literally getting paid to set me up forwards and backwards. And when they sit there and they solve a case, these girls that came here with the crying one, it says, it looks like he was doing that to teenager, but really just doing it to her mom. Because the UE saw her. They did not see the mother. They saw him and a teenager. But that's not who he was doing it with that we could tell. It was her mom. But it was probably through the facial recognition software, either that or they were just keeping an eye on the teenager for some reason. That's what I mean. So they come over here and they're coming over here, right? And they come down here and they're like, Tiffany. And this was back when I did drugs, right? And for Life Force Loss, it was like, 3 years ago, probably, the very beginning. Like, Tiffany, I thought you were leading by example. Why are you doing crank with your son? I was like, first of all, I'm losing my life force. I can barely hold my head up. And that's not my son. That's my brother. Split screen. And they're like, oh, okay, that's Robbie and that's Elijah. Well, what the hell? Because Elijah's my son and he's an adult. But anyway, so if they can see Tiffany supposedly smoking with her son, then what else do they see Tiffany doing up here in Porn Town when Tiffany's not doing porn? But they're doing porn over there with my name on. And anybody else either. Because these people told me that somebody hurt my daughter up here and made me steal my mother's car 3 years ago to go check on her at her dad's where she's lived since she was 6. I've only ever seen her there. I mean, she came to my house a few times when Sal worked at the office or whatever, but as soon as they came moved back, because he did drugs, I didn't want drugs around my daughter, right? And I did too still, but she didn't know that. I didn't have her back after that. Not because I knew he was a CPS case or because he has sex out loud or he might steal a power source or a homing beacon or whatever, or that I thought he was a danger to be around at all. Everything that you guys have told me about Anthony Ciaz is hearsay to me because I don't have proof of shit. Only thing I know about him is that he told me his first baby's mom had a restraining order against him. And then at some point he said, now she's letting me see my daughter. And that's the only thing I know about that situation for sure. Everything else is what you guys are saying in here in my head that may or may not go to the ground as cop notes that get you strapped to a gurney for some reason. He doesn't live here. He lived in Arizona. I'm pretty sure he changed his identity because he turned somebody in. But I don't know that for facts. Anyway, lost my train of thought. That's what I'm saying, man. I know, exactly. Like, how is she supposed to start over when she doesn't even have a boyfriend? She can't even move in with somebody and pay like $400 rent with a boyfriend and like have a partner on the ground and be like, hey, sweetie, let's go get Sray and Elijah and our family Christmas presents and have a good Christmas together. Like, she can't have a boyfriend because of Because what they said it looked like when she was with him. Well, let's just say fellatio happened with a see-through shirt on. Or maybe you're talking about the other invasive time when I was in Portland and you were spying on us at the fucking hotel. There's a blanket over us. Anyway, he does that, you know, look at my toe or whatever. And I smelled balls in my face for some reason. So it either looked like he was doing something to a man or something different. I don't know, because apparently it didn't look like he was doing it to Tiffany either. It looked like he was doing it to someone else. So it could have been anybody, but that's not the point. The point here is I never signed in to be a paid informant. They were never watching me. The drone sent me bodies to keep them here in Portland, in my mind, because they all moved to Arizona, and the people that played from Oregon couldn't play no more because they're big. Mikey Allen's competition, Anthony Cias, was gone. And it's called Game of Thrones, and they do it in Porn Down. And I don't know if the videos can go to the ground about what you're doing on the human being floor, looking like somebody else or not. Because a Russian neighbor, citizens arrested me almost, threw me in his truck, saying he saw me on his security footage, a girl riding my bike through his backyard, stealing his shit, when I never stole from nobody at all. I know who did, and it was a dude. It was a big dude. It was a big dude, not me. So why is he seeing me on his security footage in what, an alternate universe? Because they're driving my train, or is it just a flip of the eye camera? Or because when I'm at Mary and Jubal's house, homeboy runs upstairs. He's like, bro, we just got shot up or whatever. The house just got shot up, right? And so she checks the security footage. I got homeboy sitting next to me, who was sitting there the whole time, I'm pretty sure, and are watching the security footage, and I see his face jump out on the camera to me, like right, like it juxtaposed his face in my eye holes. And I don't know if it was to protect who really shot up the house, or if it wasn't even on the human being floor and it was just up here, because I didn't hear no gunshots, and I hear levels of communication from 3 places. Okay, and it is too possible, if something is happening in an alternate universe, that your brainstem earphone is going to hear that. So the house might not have actually got shut up on the human being floor. Yes. Just like Katrina's Mexican baby dad. He said that her mom said to him, I know you hurt those kids when they were younger, or some weird shit like that. And out of nowhere. And I'm all, oh, okay. I see how you guys are. You guys are just sitting here fucking talking shit from an alternate universe to what, save your ass in Porn Town? That motherfucker didn't hurt his fucking kids when they were younger. Because if he had, he wouldn't have said that to Tiffany. The neighbor over here, I'm walking out to my mom's car, right? And this is gangbanger guy. I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl because I was too afraid to look at her or him. And he's all, run for your life. And I saw his mouth move and everything. But he wasn't talking to me. I wasn't running. He was talking to who was on my fucking head. So somebody up here was talking through his mouth up here to somebody on my head. Scared, running scared. And the next thing you know, he's next to my mom's car. And he's all, we don't want no problems. You know, like nobody said nothing to this person. Did I say the Marlboro thing already? No, I didn't get that far. So anyways, so somebody up here smokes Marlboro Reds, right? They asked my sister's husband to buy her Marlboro Reds at the store. So he comes home where I'm staying at my sister's house, Emelinda Hernandez's house, Cortez, with a pack of Marlboro Reds for me. And I didn't ask him to buy them, and I had no idea why he gave them to me, and I didn't ask questions because they were like, oh yeah, sorry, we needed them. We needed synergy up here. I'm all, oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks. So they're writing him from an alternate universe on his Facebook or on his telephone, asking him to buy me cigarettes that I don't even smoke. My friend Amanda Tessie called me and said, I got your voicemail. Brood is after you. Brood, the gang, you know, Brood, the gang in Portland, Blood Gang or whatever they're not. The Flopper people or whatever they're not. Well, I didn't leave you no voicemail. Why the fuck would Brood be after me, dude? I'm a fucking nice person. I didn't tell nobody. Not to say somebody else didn't 3 years ago, which was one of the things I was worried about. The maintenance man. I can't remember his name. Bootstrap, because he smells like a bootstrap up here. He was the I think, what do you call himself? Not a hitman. It's almost like somebody that used to work for the militia. No. Somebody that did dirty work for the law, sort of, or for the government or something, right? And that might not have even been the term that he really used. And maybe that's just what I heard. But anyway, he told me to leave by the first of the year for some reason. And I don't know if it's because my ex-best friend told on somebody or not. But anyways, and that was 3 years ago. So I didn't leave by the first of the year. I left by the third month of the year, by March. But anyways, that's not Tiffany. Tiffany didn't do that. We're all crying. So they're still talking shit on my daughter's Facebook. They're still making fake videos up here. Okay, so here's a fucked up thing, guys. There's this thing called Synergy, and I don't know if it was like this before they did this to me and sent me the 3 bodies or not. But I know there's only certain people that could swirl information off the tops of their heads, and they're not real people. It's through a computer system, and in the ear, teeth, eye, skin people, and it's not FBI, it's not DEA, it's not CIA, it's upper echelon. It's from a different country and ours at the same time. And it's where you can get messages across to people up here that can, in fact, go down into text or reports or whatever, go to bad or whatever, right? Anyway, well, we can do that off Tiffany's head and through her eyes and through her hands. But Tiffany has no idea what we're sending. The problem here is that we can sit here and be like, oh yeah, Tiffany Brooks Brown, he's so innocent. She's innocent, definitely. She's a good mom. She doesn't have a car or whatever. And we're sending it. And Tiffany can see us sending the blue sparkly things or whatever, or the globe of information that can be popped over there. But by the time it gets over there, it doesn't say Tiffany's innocent. It says Tiffany's guilty, because if Tiffany's innocent, the human being, or even her player in here, then he doesn't get her money anymore wherever he's at. Or they don't. Or they lose their job or whatever. And when they do lose their job, guess what? They just roll out a new profile to keep the shit going. I don't know if I'm still recording or not. Okay, still recording. What else? And then my friend Mary, she texts me, Mary Carlos, the one that's on house arrest now. She's still doing good. And I'm not really friends with these people anymore, so don't judge me based on the people that I'm saying. No, I'm not on drugs. The meth life is not for me, man. I'm not a mean person. I've never stolen from no one. It's like my own homeboy told me up front, like, I'll jack your car if I had the chance, you know what I mean? And then he robbed me. Like, and no, I don't hate him at all, man. It's part of the life. That's what you fucking get for doing drugs. You want to be a gangbanger, then expect to get shot. You want to be a drug addict or a drug dealer, then expect to get jumped or told on, right? That's just the way it goes. But I'm not a teller. I'm not the kind of person that would ever hurt anyone. I don't want no one to go to jail, dude. This is the fucking rapture up here. If you're the Christians, if you believe in God, the Revelations, you ever heard about that? How God comes and takes his church up there and blah, blah, blah. And the ones that did get the mark of the beast or whatever happens, they have to stay on the ground and deal with what the devil has for them or whatever. I didn't get the mark of the beast, but for some reason, all my family's up here. All my friends have never done drugs. All my family's up here without being on a chain, and I'm on a chain. That's what I'm saying. It's the most fucked up shit. I didn't date these people, dude. Anthony Cias was not my boyfriend. He was just my best friend because he wouldn't let me have other friends because he's a fucking schizophrenic, psychopath, jealous piece of shit. Dude, he's the one that ruined my BMW X5, and that's why Callahan was trying to give me my money to replace it, because he didn't want to get punked out because they had something to do with it, because I wouldn't let Anthony drive the car. But they didn't see Anthony and Tiffany. They saw some white boy and some other girl up here. Well, 3 different girls. Because they're synergized to my vehicle or his vehicle. So if I have a car, the people that are synergized to me can drive it. If I have $500, I can copy it to them. If I have money in my bank, they can use my checking account. It doesn't come out of my account on the ground. It's like a separate thing. Anyway, my uncle's vacuum broke because they were using it up here backwards. Synergically broke. They've synergically broken my vape pens. Like, I'll be sitting here and they were trying to kill somebody all at once because one of them had a kill shot in it. And all of a sudden, it was brand new, and it was more than once. all of a sudden didn't work no more. They inside somehow synergically flipped it so that I could not use my vape pen. Like it just stopped working. And synergy breaks them. It just breaks them. So Jimmy, I don't know what his last name is, but he's a paid informant. I'm pretty sure. He tried to sell me drugs once, and I saw you in him. And I was like, oh hell no. We're outside. You want to come inside, guy? You want to come inside? Right. His whole demeanor changed when you're in his body. Lying fucking douchebag. Yeah, he's like super proud because he got Anthony arrested in Arizona. Ciaz. Supposedly, this is just what Anthony said. Anthony said that Jimmy went down there for some funeral or something and asked him to get him some stuff. And that AK got pulled over. Anthony Ciaz, AK, black guy, bald, got pulled over. And now he's on probation or some crap and can't do drugs no more or whatever. And I'm all, of all people, you're going to go buy drugs for that guy? Did you not know what he is, man? Nothing. I thought narcs and paid informants were like, they were, knowing, all knowing or whatever. Unless that was just a story he made up because it's something that happened up here. But anyway, yeah, he comes over and I make AK get it from him. This is fucking over 3 years ago. And then he comes to my house with his little, what do you call it, sidekick witness or whatever. And he's like, hey, can I use your bong? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I wasn't doing drugs then. I was like, here's my bong. And I let him go in the living room with the bong. And I went outside and smoked a cigarette. And he didn't put anything in it. And he ended up leaving. I'm all, why is this fool trying to set me up, man? Why, so you can pull me up there and use me for something legally or illegally, or like whatever the fuck you guys have done from Portland when I live in Washington State is so fucking illegal. Like I can't even tell you how illegal it's not, dude. Okay, so in an alternate universe, they can write gang stalking. Okay, it's upper echelon gang stalking. And they keep saying it's an FBI Fed program, but gang stalking her. But we're not sure what Portland State or Oregon or where. It's not at all. One at all. That's no, leave me alone. No, I used to sit in my body and go, my mom didn't do that either. For Tiffany saying that about her mom, and Soraya saying that about her mom, and Elijah and Xavier saying that about their mom. Because they kept trying to fucking move something from a dude to a girl somehow. Either that or a dude was born in a girl's body. So these bad memories are in this shit. So I mean, so I was told originally that by the silencers or somebody like that, that no girls, no cops, no kids allowed up here. And it was probably because the dudes were in the girl's body or driving their train virtually to tell on people or whatever it wasn't. Because nobody is going to sit there and it's not the girls, it's dudes that talk shit about each other on the ground or can get you killed or whatever if you're a rat or whatever. Yeah, or something. And the way they designed this program, through me anyway, is so you can never actually see who's doing what. It's like crisscross applesauce, like, right. So they come over and be like, okay, well, Sarah just said that. I'm all, no, Sarah's not the one who said that. That was him saying out of her head about that one. Who ain't Sarah? It's Tiffany. When it's not even Tiffany, it's that one over there. Because they put 3 people through my eyes. So it's like they can get a ton of information really, really fast. But on my side, it's not super accurate at all. It's like the garbage can. They're all, it's theirs, ours, and garbage. So no matter what, it's a fucking monopoly. And the same fucking person up here wins every time. So no matter whose state we're in, over in the FBI department or Feds department or whatever, because we have floating syndicates or whatever, right? Even overseas, because nobody wants to look stupid. So what? I'm just the sacrificial lamb. I'm just the cow down here. Just a casualty of war. They got the milk for free. Fuck it. Let's just keep ruining this little baby girl's fucking life on the human being floor when her mom got off drugs to be a better mom and was never a bad mom in the first place. She just was stuck in the drug world with that piece of shit Anthony Ciaz as her best friend, controlling her life for 3 years. They said they did an upper echelon background check on me. And I had never hurt another human being on the planet in my life. The only person who didn't, all of my ex-boyfriends still love me, all my friends still love me, except Rachel Morrow, because Rachel Morrow thought I stole her money from the slumber party, but I didn't. I was someone else. I would never steal from my friends, even if I'm homeless and a drug addict. Clearly, if I would have stole her fucking money, I would have got my kids Christmas presents that year, but I didn't. It was somebody else. Anyways, So now I got like my friends blocking me on Facebook, and these people are telling me that they're taking fake pictures. So like, right. So if it looks from here, if you could take a Skycam picture of Tiffany and Elijah smoking dope together when they weren't, what else can you do? Like, just think about that for a second. If they're literally watching a video or a 3-second MOV, which is literally a moving still in somebody's synapse shot where they might be peeking in or staring too long because they want to virtually get off because they're being perverts or whatever it is or isn't, and they're, oops, they see something wrong because it doesn't look right, it takes a boom picture in your fucking brain. And I know for a fact it does because they've taken them down here through my fucking eye holes on the ground. Because somebody was here that was cleaning out their backpack, and I walked in without knocking, and there were some pipes on the fucking thing, and I was like, oh fuck, because I'm not supposed to see that shit, right? Because I don't want to be telling on whoever that was, because I didn't know who it was or why it was there. But anyways, the first thing it does, take a fucking picture. I see it right in front of my face, and I see it go up there. I'm like, you better not be fucking using that shit against whoever you're thinking, because not only are you going to judge me for that being here when I didn't know that it was here, but you're going to judge me for a different reason or judge him. You're not allowed to watch this record and write him down. The only reason why he may or may not have that with him is because his family can't help him because you won't help them any fucking ways. And then another time, I'm literally sitting at the mall, right? And I have a toilet seat cover stuck to me, so I'm like looking down to get it unstuck. And they literally took a picture of my private parts with hair on it or whatever, and showed me and sent it up there. And the next thing you know, I got this dude coming down here going, "Stop showing me your genitalia." I'm all, what the fuck, man? I'm not taking pictures with my fucking eyes. You're not allowed to watch this record me write me down on the ground. You're not allowed to take pictures of shit around me. You want me to be a forensic person? Can I get a job, man? You want me to be your camera person on a crime scene? Can I be a call center attendant? Like, what can Tiffany do in law enforcement for current events forward once I get a job, a real job, if it's even possible, that you can utilize my skill saw, man? Yeah, but none of these people, you can't sit in any of these people's bodies on the human being floor and look in the mirror and see yourself, them, and them at the same fucking time. Literally, dude, if you have 4 routers, because I had 3 bodies through my face, plus the one they scanned up there to be a UE member, supposedly, before this tooth broke, they can sit in my body with a split screen. They can see me in my mirror. They can see who's on their head. And then this one can see what we're seeing 2 times 2 more times, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's not schizophrenia. You can't, dude, that's schizophrenia over there, yeah. But it's up here, yeah, because she has people talking out of her mouth too, man. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking bullshit. They're saying like schizophrenia is like a mental issue, like you're crazy and you don't know what you're talking about. Bullshit. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I also know that they're the ones talking out of my mouth saying stupid ass shit like when Israel came here or at the schizo clinic. I also know there was another universe up here at the schizo clinic where Sarah was at being train driven to set me up virtually. And when it comes time to, like, she gets paid to do it, right? The one that smokes Marlboro Reds, exactly. That's why, like, when, like, did my therapist get fired or did he quit me because you guys wrote him some stupid ass weird shit? Then you stick me with that old crotchety guy. He doesn't want to sign this waiver. I'm all, HIPAA, fuck you. I'm not signing shit. You guys are fucked up. You guys are the ones letting shit go down like I'm saying shit that I didn't fucking say. You're hearing the wrong thing. You're seeing the wrong thing. You can change my videos on YouTube, on the ground, and up here. You can do whatever the fuck you want because you're that. But I'm not the one up there, or else I would have got my money already or been disconnected, man. They said they can't even fucking disconnect me because the drone sent my bodies through my fucking eyes. I literally stood there with my eyes open, and they sent me optical illusions, which are these sparkly things that literally went into my eye brain up here, put bodies on people and special permissions and shit. They can, I mean, if you sit in my body sometimes, like you can feel and see, you can see my room move in different sections. Like you can see this move, you can feel my bed lower. Like London was sitting up here, right? And he's like, let's rock the room together, Tiffany Brooks Brown and Human Being. I was like, okay. So I just sit here staring at my blinds, right? And my blinds move up and down, and eventually my whole room starts rocking to the point where when we were done, I lay down on the bed and closed my eyes, and I felt like I was rolling off the fucking bed. Is that schizophrenia? No, it's not. It's not. Schizophrenia is what Anthony Ciaz has, where he looks at a fucking whatever, and somebody can drive his train or his own brain stems, read it wrong, and acts out of character and like gets psycho. And he makes you jump in the car and he takes you 90 miles an hour towards downtown, just not even letting you talk, freaking the fuck out about when you're not even his fucking girlfriend because he saw some message that you were flirting with some Mexican dude on your Snapchat 6 years ago, thinking it was current, and you were dissing him out loud when he wasn't even your boyfriend, until he gets far enough away from the power source to disconnect from that fucking piece of shit that's getting dissed by Tiffany, supposedly flirting with some Mexican guy. The fuck? You got this mind controller over here, which is not even the master manipulator anymore. What is it called? It is mind control, yeah. And they can have like a bunch of fucking heat ice code demons up there, anger, losing my beds, blah blah blah. Well, because it's not two. They sent if they voted just send her 2 bodies, it would have been fine. But they sent her 3. So no matter what, somebody is losing. It should be 1 winner, 1 loser, right? Well, that's not the truth. You got 3 people working equally hard, and 2 people lose, and 1 person wins. In the monopoly up there. And Tiffany is stuck in the garbage can all the time. And everything Tiffany says goes up on opposite day. Because if Tiffany Brooks Browning, the human being, or her player over there with 6 teeth that they can train drive virtually to do and say what they want her to do and say with an erased brainstem because she redlined so her brainstems are dead in it with a different body over it, right? If she wins, then he's loses. He's guilty. And I know you're blowing my ear. Whoever the upper echelon ladies are from Arizona or whatever, LaShawn's parole officer, or Anthony C's parole officer, or maybe it was Katrina's, or maybe it was Mandy's or whatever, because Mandy wasn't even on parole then. Or I don't think she'd ever even been in trouble then. I know she has 7 felonies now because that's what she told me, but that's because her house got raided, I'm pretty sure. But then again, I don't really know because I'm not you. Anyways, Amanda Tessie, yes. I'm never hanging out with her again, dude. You saw my video. Some of you saw my video with the green bandana on, bawling my eyes out. They literally drove my train to call her after 6 straight months of sitting here, clean hair follicle test and everything. But they backstabbed me up here at the freaking round table, upper echelon, and said, well, I don't even know if they were talking about the human being or they're talking about the player with 6 teeth or what. But anyways, the point is I'm owed a lot of fucking money because of what they did to me alone. And now what they've been doing to my daughter on her Facebook. Like, they've made it seem to me that none of my friends love me anymore. They don't do drugs in Vancouver, Washington. They don't write me back. When they do write me back on Facebook, they're like, why would you ask me to pick you up if you said something like that? Undiagnosed or untreated schizophrenia can be dangerous or some weird shit. I'm all, what are you fucking talking about, man? I didn't say nothing crazy to you, bitch. I didn't ask you to pick me up. What the fuck are you talking about? And they don't respond or they block me. There's literally a video on the About Me situation where at the end of it, where it's literally, I sent it to somebody that I thought played the game or whatever, and I was talking about our see-through drone because the drone that sent me bodies is fucking see-through because it's not on the human being floor. It's fucking up there. And what do they do in it? At the end of it, they go like, oh, by the way, I have herpes. The fuck? I'm watching it back and I'm laughing my ass off, but I'm fucking humiliated. I didn't fucking say I have herpes. Just like in that other video to the FBI IC3 people, I didn't say Federal Bureau of Land. They changed my videos to say land for some reason. Because they're virtually in my body, man. They told me to say Schreiner. I don't know if that's a police officer or if that's someone who died or what, but they have my back. Bouchard's has my back. I know that Dewey has my back in Vancouver. He just won't say nothing because he doesn't believe it either. Yes, he does. He does, yeah. And then I don't know if he's a cop or not because